You might be tired, broken, and ready to quit, but what if this pain is shaping the strongest version of you? We all face moments when life feels too heavy when you wake up and the weight of your thoughts feels like it's crushing your chest. You look around and even though people are there, it feels like you're completely alone. That's depression, the quiet storm that hides behind a smile. But here's the truth Jim Rohn taught us. Don't wish it was easier, wish you were stronger. Life's challenges don't come to destroy you, they come to build you. The pain you're feeling right now might just be the training ground for the strength you'll need tomorrow. When you feel like giving up, remember your story isn't finished yet. The darkest nights produce the brightest stars. Every great leader, every successful person, every overcomer you admire has faced moments where they wanted to quit. What made them different wasn't that they didn't hurt, it's that they kept going anyway. Don't run away from your pain, learn from it. Depression is not a sign of weakness, it's a signal that your soul is tired of the old version of you. It's pushing you to evolve, to grow, to look inward and rebuild stronger. Start small, get out of bed. Drink water, write one positive thought, listen to something that uplifts you. Every small step you take is a declaration that you refuse to surrender. Jim Rohn once said, "For things to change, you have to change," and sometimes that change starts with one simple decision to keep fighting. Remember, this season won't last forever. The same you who feels broken today can become the reason someone else doesn't give up tomorrow. Your pain has a purpose, your story matters, and the fact that you're still here, still searching for hope, means there's still more for you to live for. So don't give up yet. You're not done, you're just getting started. When life feels unbearable, most people try to escape the struggles. They run, they hide, they numb the pain with distractions. But what if the struggle itself is the very thing that's meant to strengthen you? What if this difficult chapter is not punishment, but preparation? Think about it. The seed must be buried in darkness before it can grow. The same goes for you. Your current situation may feel dark, lonely, even hopeless. But deep inside, something powerful is forming, a new mindset, a new strength, a new purpose. Growth never happens in comfort. It happens in discomfort, in pain, in uncertainty. Every struggle you face gives you two choices. Let it break you or let it build you. You can sit in the corner blaming life, or you can stand up and decide, this pain will not define me. That's where transformation begins, not when things get easier, but when you get tougher. The truth is, you won't feel strong every day. Some mornings you'll wake up and feel like you can't move forward. That's okay. Strength isn't about feeling powerful, it's about showing up even when you don't. It's choosing to face one more day, one more moment, one more challenge. When you begin to see your struggle as your training ground, everything changes. You stop asking, why me? And start saying, try me. You stop seeing failure as an end and start viewing it as a lesson. The same pain that once made you cry will one day make you wise. The greatest people in history didn't become great because life was easy. They became great because they refused to quit when life was hard. Your struggle is sculpting you into someone extraordinary. You may not see it now, but one day you'll look back and realize that every tear, every night of doubt, every moment of loneliness was shaping your character, your patience, your faith. So, instead of running from the struggle, face it, embrace it, let it teach you, let it make you the kind of person who doesn't just survive, but rises above. Because strength isn't found in avoiding pain, it's found in overcoming it. At some point, you must stop waiting for someone to come and save you, because no one is coming. Not your friends, not your family, not even luck. The truth is, you are the hero of your own story, and rebuilding your life begins the moment you decide to take responsibility for it. Depression often convinces us that we're powerless, that we have no control over what's happening. But that's the biggest lie of all. You may not control what happens to you, but you always control what happens within you. Your thoughts, your attitude, your daily habits, they are the tools that rebuild your world from the inside out. Start by renewing your mind. Guard your thoughts like you'd guard your most valuable treasure, Because they are. Every negative idea you entertain becomes a brick in the wall that holds you back. Every positive idea you choose becomes a seed that leads to growth. Feed your mind with things that lift you: books, teachings, music, silence. Next, rebuild your confidence not by pretending to be perfect, but by honoring your small wins. Maybe you got out of bed today, maybe you cleaned your room, maybe you said no to a thought that used to destroy you. Celebrate that. That's victory. Confidence doesn't appear overnight. It's built through 1,000 small acts of courage. Then, create structure in your life. Depression thrives in chaos but weakens in discipline. Make a routine that supports your healing. Sleep on time, eat clean, move your body. These things might sound small, but they are the foundation of mental clarity. And finally, don't isolate yourself completely. Even if you don't feel like it, stay connected to light, a friend, a mentor, a message, or faith itself. Because sometimes, when you can't hold yourself up, a word of encouragement from someone else can remind you that you still matter. Rebuilding yourself isn't about returning to who you were, it's about becoming someone wiser, calmer, and stronger. You're not starting from zero, you're starting from experience, and those scars you carry, they're not signs of defeat, they're proof that you survived. This is your season of rebuilding. Brick by brick, day by day, you are becoming whole again. Hope doesn't just appear when life gets better. Life gets better because hope appears. When you've been through the valley of darkness, it's easy to lose sight of what life once felt like. You stop dreaming, you stop believing, you start thinking that maybe this pain is all there is, but the truth is, hope is never gone. It's only hidden beneath the noise of despair, waiting for you to uncover it again. Finding hope begins with shifting your focus. Stop staring at what's missing and start seeing what remains. You may have lost people, opportunities, or time, but you haven't lost your breath, and that means you still have a chance. As long as there's breath in your lungs, there's possibility in your life. Hope grows when you give meaning to your pain. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" start asking, "What is this teaching me?" Every storm carries a lesson, and when you learn it, your suffering becomes sacred. It transforms from something that hurt you into something that grew you. You must also surround yourself with reminders of hope. Read stories of people who rose from their own darkness. Listen to voices that speak life instead of fear. Let faith be the hand that lifts you when your strength runs out. The world may tell you to be realistic, but reality is shaped by belief, and belief is what turns impossibility into progress. Remember, purpose is born in pain. The people who have gone through the deepest struggles often end up being the ones who inspire others the most. When you find meaning in your own pain, you also discover how to use it to bring light to others. Your story becomes a bridge for someone else's healing. Hope isn't about pretending that everything is perfect. It's about believing that even in imperfection, something beautiful can still rise. The same rain that floods the ground also helps the flowers grow. Your current suffering could be watering the roots of your future. So, when you feel like giving up, don't look at how far you have to go. Look at how far you've come. Every scar, every setback, every sleepless night, they've all been shaping the person you're becoming. Hope is not lost. It's being rebuilt quietly within you. There comes a point in every journey where you realize your pain wasn't a punishment. It was preparation. Everything you've gone through, every disappointment, every lonely night, every time you broke down crying when no one was watching, it was shaping something inside you. Something powerful, something meaningful. Pain has a strange way of revealing what really matters. It strips away the noise, the distractions, and the illusions. It forces you to face your truth. And in that truth, you find clarity, you find purpose. The people who rise from the deepest valleys often become the ones who change the world, not because they were spared from pain, but because they used it. Purpose doesn't always appear with fireworks and fanfare. Sometimes it whispers, sometimes it's born the moment you decide to help someone who feels the same pain you once felt. Maybe your story, your scars, your lessons are exactly what someone else needs to hear. Your healing can become someone else's hope. When you turn pain into purpose, You stop asking why me and start saying thank you. You begin to understand that your trials gave you empathy, that your heartbreak gave you wisdom, that your setbacks gave you strength. You no longer see yourself as a victim, you see yourself as a vessel, a carrier of light forged in darkness. That's what true transformation is, not escaping pain but translating it, turning your suffering into service, turning your tears into teaching, turning your wounds into wisdom. And here's the beautiful truth. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to take what life gave you and use it for good. Speak life into others, share what you've learned. Build something beautiful from what once broke you. Because when you do that, your pain no longer defines you, it refines you. You become stronger, softer, wiser, and more alive. You realize that everything you went through was leading you here, to this moment of awakening. Your pain has purpose, your scars have meaning, and your story, yes, your story, is far from over. If you're feeling lost, tired, or on the edge of giving up, listen carefully. This moment right now is not the end of your story, it's the turning point. Life has a strange way of testing those it plans to use. The reason it feels so heavy is because you're carrying the weight of a future version of yourself, one that's stronger, wiser, and unshakable. You were never meant to stay broken, you were meant to break open, to discover who you truly are beneath the layers of fear and pain. Every struggle has been carving you into someone who can handle the life you've been dreaming of. The pressure you feel today is the same pressure that turns coal into diamonds. And I'll tell you something, there's power in not giving up. The moment you decide, I will not quit, everything begins to shift. Life starts to move in your favor, not because it gets easier, but because you get better. You start seeing pain as a teacher, not an enemy. You start seeing failure as feedback, not the finish line. You start realizing that growth was happening in silence all along. You may not see the full picture yet, but one day you will look back and understand why it had to happen this way. The days that broke you taught you how to rebuild. The people who left showed you your own strength. The nights you cried taught you that you could still rise in the morning. So stand tall again, take a deep breath. You've made it through 100% of your hardest days. That's not weakness, that's proof of resilience. That's evidence of purpose. You are not finished, you are becoming, and someday soon you'll thank this season for everything it taught you. Because the pain you feel today will be the power you share tomorrow. Keep going. Your future self is waiting for you, and they're proud you didn't give up.